We are back and black. Shout out to everybody out there handling business. Vegas, all my siblings and everybody in Vegas. Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody in Arizona. Shout out to the homegirl Erica, Florida in the building. Shawnee, Philly in the building. James Youngblood, Texas is definitely in the building. Dave for No Compromise, Georgia in the building. We're going to get a live going, David. Maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna have to text my brother because we gotta discuss this other stuff about Fat Joe. So shout out to everybody. Did Jesus come back? Oh, damn. Well, we can try it for another week. Anyway, it seems like a lot of people had a lot to say about Fat Joe. Eating off the culture. Let's get it. Man. I went a little over with the Fat Joe thing because I just wanted to play y'all some stuff. Man, shout out to everybody that left comments on the page. Man, Tasho, David, Erica, Shawnee, some new people who, left very good comments, of how they felt. And that's what this podcast is actually for. This is not a clout chasing podcast. If y'all notice, we didn't go back to back on Fat Joe because I like to sit back and I like to read articles and I like to see on Twitter what people are saying and on Instagram what people are saying about the Fat Joe thing. And I'm proud of FBAs for standing up. Shout out to Star from the Star and Buck Wild Show. Star, that dude be going in. Shout out to Lord Jamar, our FBA greats, what I'm saying, who have definitely put Fat Joe in his place and been, I think for the most part, subjectively, not just one-sided, but saying different things. But now we're going to talk about eating off the culture. Because it isn't just Fat Joe. It's Jennifer Lopez, too. Jennifer Lopez was a Boricua and all this other shit, Puerto Rican. And then all of a sudden, when it was time to enter the R&B and hip-hop field, now you want to say nigga. But you don't identify as no black person. You didn't identify as a Latina. Y'all better go look up the etymology of Latinos and Hispanics. Latin. Y'all ain't no Latins and y'all ain't no Hispanics. That's terms that they gave y'all. But anyway, that is not my job to educate who you guys are. My job is to put the information out there. So, let's just look at the history of a Jennifer Lopez and a Fat Joe. They've been eating off our culture for a very long time. She got with Puff Daddy eons ago. He turned her into a star, and then she wanted to go have babies with a Latino. That didn't work. Then she started being with all these different men. And she thought she was going to be with Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is, in my personal opinion, the quintessential white privilege of Hollywood. He don't give a fuck about how much money you got. He's white and he is in Hollywood. It's his system. So he's got $1 billion worth of whiteness. He don't care about Jennifer Lopez. That's little bitty money to a person like Ben Affleck. You notice he don't treat that other woman, Jennifer Garner, that he's with. He didn't treat her like that, but he used to be checking the shit out of Jennifer Lopez. I used to be rolling. Because in my mind, I can see it right now. Like, oh, you want to be white so bad, huh? Okay, well, good luck with Ben Affleck. Because he doesn't seem like he tolerates a lot of the bullshit. And my thing is, these people have been eating off our culture for a long time. So is Shine Barrows. I was a big fan of Shine. Listen to his music and everything, but all of a sudden, you got an accent. oh, Merry Christmas to you and to all of our family, coming from, Belize. I'm so sick of people eating off our culture. And then when it no longer suits them, they want to go back to theirs. So we're going to have a great conversation. We're going to even talk about, Beyonce's performance a little bit. First, let's start with Beyonce's performance. I think she did an outstanding job. I think people were upset because she has very good country music, and she did a great job. And congratulations to Beyonce and Jay-Z for holding it down and making these halftime shows palatable, because sometimes the halftime shows for football are awful. So, shout out to Jay-Z and them. So I wanted to get that out the way. Next, remember, while y'all going after Diddy and no Diddy and all that, remember, he's got children. Yeah. His children may not be the most humblest children, but at the end of the day, they are FBA. You know what I mean? And, it's our job to look at it from a different perspective. Because they are good. They are strategically going after black folk that have a little bit of power. They try to go after Jay-Z too. Jay-Z like, no, nigga, you're not doing that shit. But I could tell. I knew they was going to do it. They're going to try to eliminate everybody that they can. So we have to understand that. So now let's get to the main topic. Shyne Barrows, Jennifer Lopez, and Fat Joe. These are the biggest vultures that have been eating off our culture for years. You listen to Shyne Barrows and he's got this accent. But I would be that nigga to be like, well, you wasn't talking like that when it was time for you to make money in our culture. But now all of a sudden you want to be the president of Belize or whatever. First of all, why didn't you just stay over there? Why did you come to the United States of America? If your mom came to the United States of America, that means you guys fled, which means that you didn't want to stay there and build up your homeland. The same thing with Jennifer Lopez, same thing with Fat Joe. When you look at people like Fat Joe and Jennifer Lopez, okay, you guys are Boricuas and Puerto Ricans. Why don't y'all pack up and move back to Puerto Rico and build that up? Why do y'all think that y'all can come here and stay claim in what we're doing? And Jennifer Lopez is a mess. She's a mess. I seen this interview with Tommy Davidson, how she tried to act like she didn't even know him. That doesn't surprise me, because I think Jennifer Lopez for a long time thought that her shit don't stink. And I think she overvalues who she is. I don't care how much money she got. I just think she overvalues who she is. And Ben Affleck showed her. Shout out to Ben Affleck. He showed her, oh, bitch, get the fuck on. This is white America. Oh, you thought because you wasn't no nigga that I was going to treat you any different? No. I'm going to treat you just like who the fuck you are. A fucking nobody. So that's, you see, let me tell y'all something, man. And we going to learn this, in due time. We're going to learn this, that when you go and you vulture off of our culture, and then after you do that, then you go over to the dominant society, they still gonna be looking at you upside your head. They're not gonna accept you. Oh, everybody ain't gonna accept you. And I think she thought Ben Affleck was just gonna roll out the red carpet and just let her do everything. I done seen him check her several times in public. She asked him something, he looked at her, he rolled his eyes, he was like, stop. I ain't never seen him do Jennifer Garner like that, but he do Jennifer Lopez like that. You know why? Because she, in my personal opinion, you just gonna latch onto any culture to do what you need to do. Kind of like Kamala Harris. When she was around black folks, you better thank a union member. And then when she was around Latinos, thank you too. It's like, man, what are y'all doing? We gotta start gatekeeping, because it's so funny. Now you look at Fat Joe and all that. Now they trying to scramble Matt Hoff and them are like, I don't understand. Now he doing lives like, but see, you chuckled when he said, I don't know who the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm going to bring it up again. But go look up that Breakfast Club interview when that nigga owed the IRS $1 million. And then the IRS was like, no, we're going to tack on an extra $500,000 for penalties and interest. And he didn't have that $1.5 million. So that nigga had to go to prison for 90 days. He don't talk about that shit. Now, suppose we would have said, you broke ass Puerto Rican motherfuckers. Now, we would have been wrong for that. And my thing is, somebody left a comment too. Not on my page, but somebody left a comment, I think, on Twitter. That's like, it's so funny how you can call FBA niggas broke, but I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of broke Puerto Ricans. I was rolling because I'm like, you know what? That's a fact. Don't have us go to Puerto Rico. Nigga, I got my passport. I will go over there and videotape everything I see, all that bullshit y'all got going on over there, and put it right on my page and be like, why you up there talking about us broke niggas? Don't have us go over there, because you over here. And then another thing that tripped me out about the eating off our culture, you done ate off our culture all these years, but you gonna try to tell a FBA brother like Tariq Nasheed, like you not from New York, so nigga, you're not from this country. That's the problem. I think that's the biggest issue that a lot of foundational Black Americans have. You don't get a chance to speak on who can make what, when, where, and how. Then you call Lord Jamar delusional and all this, and he wasn't the best dude, and because you're emotional. Because what happens is when people get talking points and they don't have anything else, they start slinging mud. And like I said before, like domesticated primates. And we have to understand when we look at people like the Ozempic polar bear, aka Fat Joe, you've been eating off this culture for a very long time. If you weren't a rapper, you'd be working at somebody's bodega cutting up stinky meat. That's what you would be doing. You wouldn't be doing nothing else, or you'd be selling fucking drugs. That's what you would be doing. Because I know you wouldn't be working in corporate America. How could you work in corporate America when you can't speak? So that's why I just, then you look at Jennifer Lopez, you look at Shine Barrows, you look at these people. These are just the examples that I want y'all to see. They're all amongst us. It isn't just them. Those are just people that have been on major platforms. Y'all notice Loon ain't say nothing shitty about Puff Daddy. G-Dep ain't say nothing shitty about Puff Daddy. But here goes Shine Barrows. All of a sudden, you want to use Puff Daddy, and then when you can no longer use him, let's make this clear. Man, get your ass out of here with that fake ass Belizean accent all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you got an accent. So I don't want to hear that shit. Then you try to talk shit. See, when Shine Barrows got out, I want to take y'all down memory lane. We got to discuss this. And you go look this up on the Breakfast Club. When Shine Barrows got out, he was talking shit about not Lord Jamar, but about Kendrick Lamar. And I'll never forget it. This was like 2012. And I remember the Game dissed him like a motherfucker. And he was like, trying to tell the Game, like, cause the Game was the big fan of Shine. A lot of FBA was a big fan of Shine. He made raw and uncut music. But if you go back to that 2012 and he was talking about Kendrick Lamar, that was his vitriol towards Black American culture. Like as if Shine Barrows was some great lyricist. You was decent, but when rapping no longer suited you, you didn't rap no more. Now all of a sudden you want to be the prime minister of Belize. First of all, Belize is a shithole too. Because if it wasn't, y'all Belizeans wouldn't be in the United States of America. You would be in Belize. All these people that come to the United States of America Incorporated and want to talk shit about foundational Black Americans, the first question you should ask them is, well, what are you doing here? Why don't you go back to your country? What did Dave Chappelle say? I can't understand you. You need to go back to your country. White power. Straight up. Man, that's why when you go to southern states, white people and black people know how to coexist. See, most white people that are racist, don't like nobody, don't like black people, they will tolerate niggas. But when an immigrant come along, oh, hell no. David, leave a comment. Tell me if I'm wrong. James Youngblood, you in Texas, tell me if I'm wrong. They may not too much like niggas. Put an immigrant in the face of a good old southern white supremacist. They gonna be like, because most white people are used to just dealing with black people. They don't want to deal with nobody else. I told you about that Trinidadian who was working on power lines in Texas and all South. He said his black supervisor, he said he was a black American. And he was like, if he didn't speak up for me, they were going to kill me. He's like, because it was like 4 or 5 white hillbillies in pickup trucks with their guns who surrounded him when he was working on the power line. And they said, what the fuck you doing over here, boy? And the black dude came out, was like, nah, he with me, we working on power lines. And they was basically like, all right, if he with you, he cool. And see, that's what these immigrants don't like. That, to me, is a representation, a small fraction of Trump. See, Trump is an equal opportunity racist. I'll keep saying that. That's why people like Fat Joe. Fat Joe has talking points from the Democratic Party. I know he did. You call this radicals. Radicals? Man, Fat Joe, spell it. Come on, Ozempic polar bear. With them damn flamingo legs. Have y'all seen Fat Joe walk? Oh, my God, he looked worse than Kenny Smith on TNT. He looked like a straight Ozempic polar bear with flamingo legs. And you had another talk about broke niggas. Nigga, get your ass out of here. Eating off our culture. You and Jennifer Lopez and Shine Barrows. Y'all motherfuckers eating off our culture and acting like it's the best thing to do since sliced bread. And then when black folk call you out, be like, no, this is the untold story of hip hop. Microphone check. These are the people that created. And then all the black people that were foundational that created was like, wasn't no Puerto Ricans around and wasn't no Jamaicans around in the inception and creation of hip hop. Stop trying to tether and latch yourselves onto our culture because there's money to be made. And if that's the case, I'm going to keep saying it. Where are all these fucking Puerto Rican superstars at then? Because Daddy Yankee don't do no hip hop. Pitbull don't do hip hop. So where are all these hip hop Puerto Ricans at? Where are they? And why we can't replicate them? That's why I was looking at a lot of people that was taking up for them. And I'm laughing because they had it to be like New York is its own entity. Have you ever read the book, The New York Kidnapping Club? With Rikers in them, like as in Rikers prison. I think he was Judge Rikers or Attorney Rikers that was in that book, and he was right along with that chick kidnapping niggas. They named a prison after this motherfucker. An island, Rikers Island. Stop. They didn't mention not near Puerto Rican or Jamaican in that book. They mentioned foundational Black Americans. You better go read A Price for a Pound of Flesh, A Sweet Taste of Liberty, Never Caught. George Washington, he straight said it. I like black slaves. I don't want no white slaves. And he didn't mention no other group. Because back then it was only white and black. So if there was only white and black, and in the inception of hip hop, we've been doing hip hop. Motherfuckers been doing hip hop. Way before the 70s, in my personal opinion. My brother David No Compromise put that on his Instagram. We've been doing that. Rhyming. Because if y'all Puerto Ricans are so creative, then why didn't y'all create it in Puerto Rico? Why did y'all have to come to the United States of America to create hip hop? To partner? We didn't need you to partner up with us. That's why the Latinos on the West Coast, they know for sure. They like, them motherfuckers is lying. Look at the industry. Where is the Puerto Rican Kendrick? Or Ice Cube? Or Snoop? Or The Game? Or Nas? Or Jay-Z? Man, where are these people? Or Method Man? Or Redman? Stop, Fat Joe. And Jennifer Lopez, that's what you get. Shine Barrows, you ain't shit. Take your punk ass back to Belize and stop coming over here and talking with this distinct accent. Oh, thank you for everything that you've done. Like, I'm like, where did he get this accent from? Where did all that come from? We gotta wake up, man. Stop letting these people eat off our culture. Fat Joe, that's why Fat Joe had to take Ozempic. Eating chili cheese dogs and hot dogs and steak and eggs and all that shit. He eat good off of black culture. Until black people call his punk ass out, then what you call him out is a problem. I bet you he's a Democratic shield because that sound like Democrat talking points. But as the homegirl Erica told me, hey Warren G, when the white supremacists are done with his tools, they break them. I said, that's a cold statement. And she ain't lying. And they gonna end up, there's gonna come a point where you ain't even gonna see Fat Joe no more. Watch. You see him a lot because they're pushing him in front of people because they want him to be the face of black people. You're not the face of black people, and you have no idea of what we go through every day. You're a white Hispanic. You get amongst your people, you start talking shit about black folks. Jennifer Lopez do the same shit. That's why you like, why you keep bringing up Jennifer Lopez? Because go look into that Ben Affleck. Go look up Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez arguing. That white boy used to be checking the shit out of that bitch all the time. And I loved every minute of it because you want to be white so bad. That was the whole thing. Well, that's why people use black culture, because when you can emulate our art form, you're accepted by the world. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. When you can emulate foundational black American culture, you're accepted by the world. The world is looking at you. That's what happens. That's why they come emulate our culture, and then they try to be white. whiten up the race. All this other shit. That's why you have the terms white Hispanic. Think about it. Look at Pink. I talk about it all the time. Pink wanted to sing R&B because you were competing against Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. No diss, Pink, but you don't look like Britney Spears. You ugly bitch to them white folk. So go over there and do that nigga music until you get popping, then you can come over here. Pretty, pretty please, and all that sucker shit. Get your non-singing ass out of here. Now all of a sudden you want to do pop music and punk music and all this other stuff. But just a minute ago you was doing hip hop and going across the train tracks and singing in front of a bunch of black people. See, they will use us and eat off our culture, but they gonna always be in the reflection of the dominant society. Meaning their whole goal is to get next to them. That's why other racial groups love us being the permanent underclasses Dr. Claude Anderson talks about, because it's easier for them. That why you think they so mad at Donald Trump got it? Because they know Donald Trump gonna come in there and be like, I don't like any of you. If you're not white and wealthy, then fuck you. That's how Donald Trump feels. He doesn't feel like, oh, well, nah. He doesn't feel no type of way. That's why I'm loving, and I'm so proud of my FBA brothers and sisters calling Fat Joe out. But I'm not just gonna call him to the floor. I'm gonna call Jennifer Lopez to the floor. You act like you didn't know who Tommy Davidson was. And Living Color made you. Then they had Rosie Perez on there. She got on cold because they was like, well, what was the issue between you and Jennifer Lopez? Oh, I don't want to comment. Yeah, because y'all sticking together. That Boricua pride bullshit. Tell us what was really going on with you and Jennifer Lopez. Because Jennifer Lopez wasn't nothing but a fucking fly girl with her non-dancing ass. And singing ass. I don't know who fucking told her she could sing. Been catfishing us for years vocally. I mean, can't sing worth a damn. I'd rather listen to Trey Songz. You know you dead wrong. I'd rather listen to Trey Songz. Shout out to Trey Songz. I'm just saying, I'd rather listen to him. Man. Some of these people, I'll be like, oh my God, this is awful. Then you listen to them again, then they start talking like Shine. Greetings. Thank you for being there for us. I'm like, now all of a sudden he got an accent. Shine, get your dumb ass off of the internet. Nobody cares about what you got going on. You've been out of prison. Now get the fuck on and go build up Belize and stop fucking getting on the internet. Man. For real. Jennifer Lopez non-singing ass. That's why man, look. God forgive me for this, but I know what Ben Affleck was saying, bitch. I bet you Ben Affleck was like the white sugar free in that household. I know he was checking the shit out of Jennifer. Oh, you think you somebody, bitch? You ain't nothing but a backup dancer. With your non-singing ass, and you can't act either. Every film Jennifer Lopez been has been awful. With them awful wigs she be wearing. With her non-acting ass. She's not talented. Man. That's why Fat Joe trying to come out with another whack-ass album. Man. I said, man, ain't nobody buying your album, Fat Joe. You can barely talk. You think we want to listen to you? It better be one hell of a beat. Because I'm all the way up. Yeah. We know you all the way up. You all the way up at a goddamn chili cheese dog. You bald bull, Ozempic, bear-looking motherfucker. Get your ass out of here. Eating off our culture. Then when a nigga call you out, you want to call niggas broke. But your country can't even get toilet tissue. Man, next time y'all hear any African, anybody that ain't from this homeland say anything, man, before you talk to me, you need to build up your homeland. What you doing over here? Shit. Don't get me started. Fuck a Fat Joe with his lame ass. Man. Go look up the damn Ben Affleck shit with Jennifer Lopez and go look up Shine. Go look up Shine from 99 to about 2003 and then look at how he speaks now. Look at how he speaks now. Remember before he had a bald head. I don't know who told that man to grow that hair. That shit looked like a damn... That hair on Shine Barrow's head looked like a dead alpaca on his head. It had another growing out. Look at, I get it, Sean. You want to look like an immigrant. We already know you're an immigrant. We know you're not from here. So you don't need to grow that hair and do all that bullshit. Some of these people, man, they be going overboard to look like an immigrant. You don't have to go overboard. We know you're an immigrant. Man, shout out to Trump. Get that deportation cracking right away. I heard. Now, before I get off this, I heard that they going to start giving out money if you start turning people in. They better hope that shit don't come to a city near me. Because, nigga, I'm about to get paid. That's going to be my damn job. I'm going to get my binoculars and everything. Get my camera ready, and I'm going to be doing surveillance. And any motherfucker that look like they from here, nigga, I'm calling the police. But anyway, I'm out, man. Y'all enjoy your day. Guilty, nigga. Peace. You better